Thank you, viewers, and welcome to Migration to the US Useful Tips. My name is Paul. This is my second edition or part two of the series. I have not come online for a while now, but after today, I wish to create more time so that I can continue the series. And so today, I'm talking about very briefly the classification of visa classification called the R classification, R as in Romeo. So the R classification is not actually very well known. It's a non-immigrant category, but it's very interesting. Interesting because it is for religious workers, and by religious workers it means all shades of religious practices, Orthodox, unorthodox, traditional, herbalists, monks, nuns, and all that. You have the Episcopals, you have the evangelicals, and all of that. And apart from the head pastoral heads in terms of the different denominations, you also have individuals, lay individuals, who are part and parcel of these religious organizations. In other words, if you have actually been spending time within your religious group as maybe a woman leader, a male leader, youth leader, departmental leader, a choir master, a choir mistress, choristers, and all shades in terms of your participation, and that you see yourself as a devout member or a devotee of any of these religious organizations, the R, non-immigrant R category, is very important for you. Now, it is defined, the category R is defined as, or R1 visa is for temporary non-immigrant religious workers who want to come to the United States in a religious capacity. So you must come in as a religious person with the sole desire to work for that particular religious group. The religious organization will give you an invite and follow all the processes, and you come into the country. And the beauty is that while in the country, you're going to be working for this particular organization, and they're allowed, you are allowed to work for them, and they will pay you. Now you have so many religious persons, whether they're traditional, whether they're normal like Episcopal, Protestants, Anglicans, Roman Catholics, nuns, monks, and traditional rulers, traditional healers, and all that. All of those would come under religious workers, or those who work in different capacities in a particular religious setting. Insofar as the religious outfit wants you to come to the US to work for them, they have the authorization to do so. And while in the US, you have to function as a member of that religious organization, and you have to continue to work for them within the length of time. And there are the number of times, maybe the first part you could be given 3 years, and it's open for extension for another 2 years. And so after you have stayed 5 years within the country, you have the opportunity of doing what? Moving over to another category. And so I would want viewers or whoever is seeing this video to please make effort to see my part 3, because I want to talk about the different aspects or reasons why the American visas seem to be difficult, or part of the benefits is important that you get to know. And so the religious workers under the R group, what are the conditions? One, you must be a member of this religious group within the last 2 years. In other words, within the past 2 years, you have been a member of this religious outfit. Now, it is a non-profit religious organization, and your work must be within this group, in whatever capacity. you are allowed to work for them. You could be a minister or someone who works directly in the religious occupation. You could be a choir master, you could be a woman leader, you could be a male leader, you could be any part. You could be just like a traditional herbalist. It has no limitations. It has no, there are no, you don't discriminate against any of the religious workers. Also, you have to commit to this religious organization, and you must also be prepared to stay on that job. And so what that will mean is that the visa requirement allows you to work for this religious organization for 3 years while you're in the country. So within this time, they will be paying you. You can also take some training. The organization can train you in so many other aspects of their religion. Okay? So they can train you. So you don't have a limitation. In other words, you are able to function very well for this organization. So you're able to take on other responsibilities for this organization. And so there are so many people out there who have been in so many organizations. These organizations, once it's religious, you qualify within the R category to be able to make the necessary applications to come to the US to work for this religious group. So it has no discrimination. You are not being discriminated against. Either you are traditional, or you are Orthodox, you are Pentecostal, you are a Protestant, or any other religious outfit out there. And it is it's a very encouraging category, because not only that you're allowed to come in and stay for the first 3 years, there's also an opportunity for you to extend it for another 2 years. So immediately you come in for the first 3 years, you are working for this organization, you are there, you're a devotee. Now after the first 3 years, you also have the opportunity to extend it. And the beauty of this category is that it has what is required or regarded as dual intent. In other words, you are able to move from this category to another category. Therefore, after the first 3 years, there is an opportunity of extension for another 2 years. And so once it's been extended, you stay another 2 years. You have also the opportunity of applying for your green card. Yes, that is the beauty of it. You might think, how possible is this? It is simple. You must get on to ask questions. Send a DM, send a message, ask questions. Okay? If you see this video and you are a religious worker, a religious devotee, it doesn't matter what kind of religion that is. Insofar as you've been a member of this outfit for 2 years, you have the opportunity. If your organization is prepared to give you an invite, you could be the first person to be coming to the US to open that outfit. Insofar as the organization is ready to sponsor you and to pay you, this is a wonderful opportunity for all of you out there playing one part or another in your organization. You have an opportunity right now to come to the US under the R category, non-immigrant visa category, to come in to stay for 3 years. Even as a choir master, even as a choir mistress, insofar as you are a devotee, there is nothing that will stop you. Insofar as the organization is ready to pay for your visit. And so this video is very brief. I hope to come your way again. I want to read your comments. I want you to reach out. I want you to reach out to me. If you need more information, if you need more questions, please send a message. Put through a call and you will not regret it. It is a wonderful category, the R category, for religious workers of all shades. There are no discriminations, and you have a pathway to citizenship. Again, insofar as you want to come, you don't need a brother, you don't need a sister. Once your intent is genuine, once you can afford to pay for the trip, once you are able to convince the visa officer that you will go back to your country after the visit. But the R category gives religious workers, religious devotees an opportunity of coming to the US, insofar as your organization is prepared to sponsor you, and they are also allowed to be paying you while you are on this visa and within the US. So I want to thank you for watching this video. Please comment and share so that so many other people will see. Thank you. I hope to come your way again more frequently. Don't forget to see my next video, because in that video, that is part 3, I would want to explain why the American visa seems to be difficult and why it is very necessary. It doesn't matter the classification of the visa you want to make the applications for. I will explain to you. Until I come to you again, until I see you again, please share, comment, and thank you. Bye.